Close your eyes for a moment. Take a slow, deep breath in. Exhale gently, and listen. Today, we enter one of the most mystical, misunderstood, and powerful aspects of Kriya Yoga, Kundalini. Chapter 1. The Sleeping Goddess Within. Long before modern psychology and neuroscience, ancient yogis spoke of a divine energy coiled at the base of the spine. They called it Kundalini, meaning the coiled one. They described her as a serpent goddess, sleeping silently at the root chakra, Muladhara. But why a serpent? Because the serpent symbolizes potential energy, silent yet immensely powerful. Imagine a seed under the earth. From the outside it seems lifeless, but within, there's a tremendous force waiting to sprout and touch the sky. In the same way, Kundalini lies dormant within each of us, waiting for the right conditions to awaken. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, do I truly believe there is a divine force within me that I have never accessed? Comment below, I believe in my inner power. Chapter 2. Kundalini in Kriya Yoga. In Kriya Yoga, Kundalini is not treated as just mystical energy. It is seen as the very source of spiritual evolution. Paramahansa Yogananda often said, "The goal of Kriya Yoga is to awaken and raise this Kundalini energy to the crown of the head, uniting individual consciousness with cosmic consciousness." But here's the truth many avoid. Kundalini cannot be forced. Like a flower that blooms only when it receives enough sunlight, water, and care, Kundalini awakens only when your nervous system, mind, and soul are purified and ready to handle its immense power. Chapter 3. Myths and Misconceptions. Today, there are many myths about Kundalini. That awakening her will give you magical powers instantly. That you can force her to rise through aggressive techniques. That it is dangerous and should never be attempted. The truth is, Kundalini awakening is neither a goal nor a danger. It is a natural consequence of deep purification, devotion, and spiritual maturity. Imagine trying to pull open a rosebud forcefully. What will happen? The petals will tear. But if you simply water it daily and let the sun touch it, the rose will bloom in divine timing. Have you ever tried to force something in life and realized later that it needed patience and trust? Comment below your experience. Your reflection may guide another seeker today. Chapter 4. The Physiology of Kundalini. What happens during Kundalini awakening? Yogis say that when Kundalini rises, it travels up the Sushumna Nadi, the central energy channel along your spine. It pierces through the 6 chakras, each awakening specific spiritual qualities. Finally, it reaches the Sahasrara chakra at the crown, leading to Samadhi, a state of divine union. Modern science attempts to explain Kundalini in terms of neurophysiology. Activation of dormant parts of the brain. Enhanced neuroelectric energy flow along the spinal cord. Gamma brainwave activation, leading to expanded consciousness states. Chapter 5. The Purpose of Kundalini Awakening. But why awaken Kundalini at all? Because Kundalini is Shakti, the creative force of the universe within you. When she awakens, you transcend ego limitations. You realize your divine nature. You experience deep bliss, inner guidance, and spiritual liberation. This is not a concept. It is a living experience that transforms your perception of life forever. Pause, place your hand on your heart. What would life feel like if you awakened to your true divine nature? Chapter 6. Stages of Kundalini Awakening. Kundalini does not rise like a rocket. It rises in stages, in rhythms, in alignment with your karma, nervous system capacity, and soul's readiness. 1. First stage, awakening moment. Often felt as tingling sensations at the base of the spine, spontaneous jerks during meditation, or heat rising upwards. 2. Second stage, cleansing process. As energy rises, it clears old blockages and chakras. This is when many seekers experience emotional releases, tears, even vivid dreams or physical discomforts. 3. Third stage, stabilization. Here, your mind calms, devotion deepens, and your sadhana becomes natural. You may feel surges of bliss or silent joy for no reason. 4. Fourth stage, ascending unification. Kundalini moves through higher chakras, leading to expanded awareness, unity consciousness, and unconditional love. 5. Final stage, samadhi and divine union. When Kundalini pierces the Sahasrara chakra at the crown, the sense of separate self dissolves. What remains is pure consciousness. Sat Chit Ananda, existence, consciousness. Pause for a moment. Which stage resonates with your current journey? Comment below. I am in stage _ to share and support each other. Chapter 7. How Kriya Yoga awakens Kundalini safely. Unlike forceful tantric or aggressive breath practices, Kriya Yoga is a science of gradual awakening. Breath mastery. Kriya Pranayama uses the life force in the breath to magnetize the spine, purify nadis, and activate dormant energies gently. Spinal awareness. Practices like spinal breathing circulate prana along the Sushumna nadi, preparing the pathway for Kundalini to rise smoothly. Devotion and surrender. Without bhakti, Kundalini awakening becomes egoistic. Devotion purifies the heart so Kundalini flows upwards with grace. Guru's guidance. Kriya is not self-invented. Receiving initiation ensures energetic protection, correct technique, and spiritual support in case of challenges. Chapter 8. Dangers of Forced Awakening. Let me share a story. There was a young yogi who heard that breath of fire rapidly awakens Kundalini. Without guidance, he practiced aggressively for hours daily. Within weeks, he began experiencing intense headaches, insomnia, emotional instability, and fear. His teacher later said, "You tried to open a 1,000-petaled lotus with a hammer. Let it bloom with sunlight and water." Dangers of forceful awakening. Psychological breakdown. Physical health deterioration. Ego inflation or delusional beliefs. Spiritual disorientation, leading to loss of balance in worldly life. Kundalini awakening is not spiritual entertainment. It is a sacred responsibility that transforms your karma, body, and life purpose forever. Pause. Are you willing to prepare yourself patiently before asking for awakening? Comment below. I choose preparation. Chapter 9. Role of Surrender and Bhakti. In Kriya Yoga, techniques alone are incomplete without bhakti, devotion. Why? Because Kundalini is not just an energy. She is Shakti, a goddess, a conscious divine force. When you approach her with love, surrender, and reverence, she awakens not to destroy your ego, but to transform it into light. Paramahansa Yogananda said, "Kriya plus devotion works like mathematics. It cannot fail." Imagine pouring water into a cup. If the cup is cracked with arrogance, the water leaks. Devotion seals those cracks, making you worthy to hold divine nectar. Chapter 10. Integration into daily life. What happens after Kundalini awakening? Most people think they will sit in bliss forever. But the real test begins after awakening. Can you maintain humility? Can you serve others selflessly? Can you live in the world yet remain unattached? Awakening does not make you superior. It makes you more compassionate, more silent, and more surrendered to divine will. How will you serve others if you awaken your Kundalini? Comment below your intention for this life. Chapter 11. Final words. The sleeping goddess is within you. Close your eyes again. Breathe in deeply. Imagine a beautiful golden serpent coiled at the base of your spine. She is not asleep because she is weak. She sleeps because she is wise. She knows when you are ready, She will rise effortlessly and embrace Shiva, pure consciousness, at your crown. You don't awaken Kundalini. She awakens you. If this wisdom resonates with you, comment below, "I honor the goddess within me." Subscribe to The Spiritual Boy for upcoming videos where we will dive into practical techniques of Kriya Yoga to prepare your body, mind, and soul for awakening. May your path be guided with grace.